This is Rocking with Jam Man is with Earshot. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I was just admiring your posters. We were talking about how your dad took those. Really, really cool. And I was telling you, I'll share it with the fans because I was telling you that, when I was your age, I would have to buy a Hit Parader magazine or Circus magazine and actually cut them out and then tape them to my wall. But you've got the real deal.
Yeah, technology, How's life treating you?
Well, I can give you two different answers. Really good, since we seem to be getting back to some kind of normalcy. And but one of my favorite ways to answer that too, sometimes, just because it's funny. I'm a big Cheers fan, which was a big comedy sitcom, and someone asked Herb how his day was treating him, and he said, like I slept with its wife. Wasn't treating him so good, I guess. Everything's been great. We have a new song out. It's doing really well. And yeah, I love when that happens.
For those who are watching and not familiar with your band, tell me all about yourself.
So, about myself or the band or both? This could get long. Okay, you asked for it. I actually, my first instrument that I started playing when I was 12 years old was guitar, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a guitar god hero, and I learned how to play guitar all self-taught by learning Metallica songs, Dawkins songs, any rock, Zeppelin that I could get my hands on. I had a tape recorder, and I would just rewind, play, and try and figure it all out by ear. And it wasn't until many years later, maybe 15 years later, where I discovered I had a voice. And I actually, when I auditioned with this group of guys before it was Earshot, they were looking for a singer, and they took an ad out looking for a singer. And I actually showed up. I don't know why to this day. I had never sang in a band in my life. And I just showed up. I sang, and the rest is history. Got the gig.
So you guys have been for almost 25 years. Got anything big plan for the 25th anniversary?
Well, not 25. Our first record didn't come out till 2002. So we're right at the dot on 20 coming up here in a couple months. But what was your question? I'm sorry.
Do you got anything big planned?
Well, big for us is releasing music to our fans, and we're not putting out albums anymore. I think we've kind of lost faith in that concept, and so we just release singles now. And I really believe anyway that every song tells a story, much like a picture, and that's the way that we like to put out music now. So that's kind of what's happening. We hope to get back out touring here pretty soon. It's been a little bit. We're starting to tour in 2019 before the virus stuff hit us, but hopefully we'll be out there real soon.
I remember you guys did that song on the Queen of the Damned soundtrack.
That's correct. I called it Queen of the Board, actually, because I know there are lots of people that love the movie, but I didn't really get it. But the soundtrack was awesome, not just because we were on it, but there were a lot of really great bands on that soundtrack.
I'm sorry, but that was a terrible version of that trap song. Headstrong. It did not sound like anything like it at all. And I've listened to that song like multiple times, and I've even interviewed the guy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it was garbage, bro. It was bing bong.
Hey, you know what? We can't all be winners, right? We can't all be winners.
Nope.
So I take it then, just by what you said, you like our version of Headstrong much better than Trapped.
Yeah, I totally, man. You're so smart, man. You got such a big brain.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
No problem at all, man. That version
disclaimer.
Yeah.
I've been drinking a lot of smart water lately.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, yeah, man. Look at you, man.
Living big, living the dream,
Living the dream, man. Look at
living
you.
my best life.
Yeah, there you
All of
go.
that.
What? What? But hey, man, just
I like you, man. You know what? You're snarky. I like that.
thank
You're
you.
gonna go. You're gonna go places in this world. I really mean that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. But it's the own song that was awesome. But in the future, a cover song should at least have the same lyrics like you did with Alan Morissette's Uninvited.
Yep. We put that out, I think, in 2020, and that was a really interesting song because Aaron had sent me a clip of a song that he thought my voice would sound really good on, and so I told him, well, send me what you're thinking and I'll see what I can do. And he literally recorded all of the guitars with no drums, just imagining like where our drummer would play and bass, and it was really, really beautiful. So that's how we recorded it. We just kind of passed it around, and that kind of set the stage for us to be able to work through the pandemic, because we don't all live in the same place. Andy and John live in Pennsylvania. Mikey and Andy live in Florida, and I, of course, live in Los Angeles. But that Alanis Morissette song, The Uninvited, was kind of what taught us how to use technology to be able to work with each other while living so far apart.
Headstrong almost sounded like a Tool song. I think you should do a cover of Tool. I think you would do awesome a version of 46 and Tool or your old OG.
But wouldn't that make me a tool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, like some people say how we were talking, you were smart, bro? You're probably the sharpest tool in the shed, bro.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah,
Don't too much.
yeah. All right, fine. Never mind. You're probably not the sharpest.
I'm really not, but I do have a pair of scissors right here.
Oh,
so look out.
what are you gonna do?
What
are you gonna do to me? Are you gonna cut me up?
Now that's Peter Murphy. Peter Murphy is saying cut you up, not me. No, I do listen, as I'm sure you already know. You seem like someone who does good research, and I'm sure you've heard that there are some people out there, maybe many even, that compare me to Tool. My voice, that I sound like
Tool.
Maynard and Tool, yeah. And all I have to say to that is thank you. At least I don't look like them. Good, I'll take it.
You sing little. You should try to sing Little Pigs. Little pig, little pig.
Green Jelly.
Yep.
Green Jelly. That's a great song. How do you know that song? That's like a really
old song.
Well, it's underground. It's like
that's Maynard.
It was, well, and Mike Patton, right?
Yeah.
So, but that was a really obscure, let's call it, song. It wasn't like a big, hit song.
I know the singer because I interviewed him, and plus, besides, I just went on YouTube and I found the video. I think I went outside of the YouTube Kids app and I accidentally found that song.
I love it. I love it.
I actually like this song. I for some reason I liked all the 3D things, and I always loved how the little I liked it for some reason, even though it wasn't definitely not a kid's song.
Yeah. Well, close enough. Close enough.
Enough, right? Close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's crazy how Sylvester Stallone came out and killed the wolf, man. That was the best part.
Man, I vaguely remember the video. They used to play it on an MTV show, it was called Headbangers Ball, and that's really the only place that song was really being played. And I vaguely remember the video, though. It's been a while.
Ricky Rackman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was on my show.
Good. Wow, man. What are you doing? I shouldn't even be on this show. You had really legitimate.
I interviewed Shinedown, Guns N' Roses, Bumblefoot, and
I am honored to be a part of your. Now, I don't know, I know they're much better, but thank you. You just made my day.
But man, you're pretty famous yourself, man. Don't shame yourself for that. Pretty big yourself, man. You toured with some pretty famous people. Not gonna lie.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
That rock you guys have has like a real '90s vibe going, and I dig that.
Right on. Yeah, I am there's two generations of music that I really gravitate to, and that is 70s and the 90s. There's a ton of 70s bands, obviously, that I grew up listening to. And the 90s, I think, in my lifetime was probably one of the best all around generations of music. So many great bands in the 90s. So many.
I heard that new single, You Plus I and Tongue Tied Unplugged. That was a pretty good song. What made you put two songs at once? What made you want to put them out at once?
So when we finished You and I, aka You Plus I, we tried to get a little, well, I'll take the blame for it. I tried to get a little fancy with, how we wrote out You and I. I just felt like You and I, when I had it spelled out or with the and sign, it just looked canned. I just thought it was maybe cool to try a little something different. But anyway, You and I is probably maybe the only song that I've written lyrically that isn't a depressing or angry song. It's actually very positive. It's actually a love. Do I dare say it's a love song?
Yes.
And so Valentine's Day was about a month and a half out, and I just had this crazy idea to put a song together with it that was sort of the antithesis, because I know there's a lot of people out there that don't really like Valentine's Day. So I thought Tongue Tied would be a great antithesis of what You and I was about. And Tongue Tied was off our second record, for those that don't know, was off our second record too, which is really one of my most favorite songs, that song actually.
So they're both love songs, right? What you just said?
Yeah, one's a positive one and one's kind of a heartbreaker, I guess you could call it.
You broke my heart.
I'm sorry.
Right. I don't even know why I did that, but I just had it. I hear the heartbreaker and I just
see, that's what I do. I'm a wordsmith. Yeah. I make people feel things.
You're a horrible person sometimes.
You know what? It wouldn't be the first time I've heard these things called to me, sadly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Probably won't be the last either.
Oh God, that sucks.
I'm kidding. I drink smart water, by the way. I drink smart water. I'm getting better.
Okay, you're getting better. Okay. Just by the way, I drink smart water if you need to know.
See, it works.
Yeah, see? Drink Fuji water if you wanted to know as well. So.
Which one?
Fuji water. It's it's this big. It's one of those,
Oh yeah.
Fuji water. It's one of those big ones. I like
Fiji.
Oh, Fiji. That's what it's called.
Fiji, right? Isn't it Fiji?
Yeah.
Fiji. Yeah.
Well, either way, it was a good water, and I like that.
Smart water's not working for you either, so that's comforting to know for me.
Yeah. What is an old song you did Unplugged? What made you decide to give it another try?
I just liked it. I thought it was a great companion song for You and I. And, me and Andy, the other guitar player, kind of did a rough song of that a while back, just where he recorded the guitar on his phone, and I thought he did a really great job. And so I sang to it, and it came out really cool. And I remembered that, and I just thought, why not do it for real? It came out great, I think.
Who's those girls in the song?
Which girls?
Who were they about?
Oh, well, I mean, listen, I can't break any confidentiality stuff. That would really make me a horrible person. I know this might be a shock to some, but not all of them have to do with necessarily relationships that I've been in. some of them, my friends like to talk to me a lot, seeking advice, oddly enough. But some of these are about my friends' relationships as well, and not just mine. All the time, anyways.
Are you guys doing an entire album or just singles?
Just singles. Albums, I don't think,
Just a lot of work.
well, no. I just think people don't have the attention span to really sit and listen to an entire record like people used to. I mean, we're dealing with playlists now and
And
different songs coming on. And I think
yeah.
because we do take a lot of time to write and record songs, it's important for us that when we finish it, that people actually hear it. And so we feel like not putting out an entire album and putting it out with one or two songs at a time makes it a little bit easier for everybody to digest instead of being overloaded with a bunch of new stuff. But Aaron, our other guitar player, he's kind of old school and he likes albums. So we might compromise. We might do like an EP or something, or maybe half of an EP. I think it's just, I think the days of albums are winding down. Maybe that'll change soon. If it does, we'll definitely do that. But just don't feel like that's where we're at.
Um, did you do a lot of writing during the lockdown?
I did. I always am writing. I would say that about 5, maybe 10% of that actually ends up being something that I actually like and want to continue pursuing. So it's a numbers game. And I would say that's probably the case for most artists and bands. A lot of what we don't write just doesn't make the cut, but we're always, in the lab working on stuff.
Um, now did the pandemic affect you personally?
Well, of course, I think I wouldn't be human if I didn't say that, I didn't, we, like everybody else, I went through my own version of, isolation and feeling isolated and just a really, really strange time. And, but I'm feeling a lot more optimistic lately. That's just the kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And it's nice to see things kind of getting back to normal. I just wish that people would be nicer to each other.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So much judging and name calling and shaming.
Yeah, yeah,
And you know what? I say people need to mind their own effing business.
exactly. It just and
It's even exhausted you. Imagine how I feel.
but imagine how I feel. I'm a kid and I have to now I gotta worry about and now I gotta say when I talk to somebody, oh, did I offend you on accident?
I know. I know. I
And then
feel
if
the
I
same.
and then if I don't say that, I get canceled and everybody comes after me, even kids. Like it's this kind it's just it's all divided. It's just
Yeah,
so
but you know what? At the end of the day, you have probably one of the coolest gigs. So F all them too.
Mhm. True that, player, true
Listen,
that.
not everybody gets to talk to Will Martin.
Not everybody, you know.
I'm kidding. No, but seriously, I agree with you. I think particularly, for the younger folks that have had to wear masks. Real quick short story of I was traveling to Canada and the airline attendant was telling me that his nephew ran to him and said, Uncle, whatever his name was, John, Uncle John, we saw a kid without a mask. They were surprised to see somebody not wearing a mask. That's kind of sad.
I,
That's
I
where we're at.
even though in New York the mask mandate is lifted, I still want to wear my mask. I don't my rights, well, my
And that's
personality.
and that's and that's totally fine.
Just the virus still is a thing, so
It is. Always has been.
Does it make you scared that you might never be might not be able to ever tour again?
Well, I think that someone just asked me this question the other day, actually. I think,
Copycat?
what's that?
He's a copycat. Just gonna say that.
Of course. They probably have seen your interviews before, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut him in caught him in 4K. Caught him in 4K HD, bro. Can't believe you would do that to me, bro. I'm gonna cut.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yep.
Don't forget.
Yep. And jealousy.
True, but that can get annoying though.
Yes.
Yeah. If touring were to go down for whatever reason again, I think we all kind of got a glimpse of what that looks like, and it ain't good. I don't think music, well, I know it can't. Artists can't survive without touring. There's just not enough money to be made with people streaming music, and people don't really buy music anymore. So that would be and listen, I'm sure somebody would figure out another way somehow, but it would be a pretty painful learning curve, I think.
When was your first show since the lockdown ended?
But we haven't had a show yet since the lockdown ended. So
Oh.
hopefully, yeah. Hopefully this year though, we will break that cycle. Hopefully.
What was it like? Well, oh, sorry, I forgot. I just
You're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
Ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
It's all right. I do it all the time. I always get ahead of myself.
Yep. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had a brain fart. My bad.
You know, I do this when I play shows, so it's all good. It's all good, bro. All good.
What are your touring plans for the rest of the year?
Well, sadly, I don't have an answer for you on that at this moment, but when it changes, you'll be the first person that I Zoom.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean it.
I am having a wonderful conversation with you, and I like.
By the way, where do you live?
Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York. So when we play New York, you're going to be at the show, right? Obviously. And then maybe, your dad will want to come too, and he'll want to take some awesome photos like you have on the wall there.
Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna become alone. I don't know if I can do that.
Wait a minute, you don't drive?
Oh no way! You're actually gonna compliment me because of how good I took.
Dude, you're a boss, dude. I thought for sure, but you're right. You probably have a chauffeur, but you can have your dad come along too, right? Your chauffeur, you probably what? You got a Yukon or something. You have a driver, and you look at that dad come along. Let him jump in the back with you.
Then we can get your picture on the wall, right there. We can get it. We just gotta find a spot, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know that.
I think we could move this, and then
I don't know that you'd want to move any of those cool people off the wall for me, but maybe, I don't know.
Do you see the Jason?
Sadly, Marilyn Manson is not too happening right now, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody's mad at him, but so maybe temporarily I could just, until things get sorted out for him, maybe I could temporarily take that.
Yeah, be a substitute.
Right. There you go.
Did you see that Jason mask?
Oh, wow. Is that a real one?
14th.
Wow. Dude, that's cool.
He signed it. Yep. And I got, if you can see right there, which you probably can't, I have Hills of Eyes. This picture right here.
Okay. I don't think I know Hills of Eyes, but Friday the 13th, loved those movies.
You should really.
But they made one too many Friday the 13th, maybe 3 or 4 too many. Like they just started to get kind of ridiculous.
And then the last one, I wish they would have ended it actually good about the last one.
Totally.
Jason X.
Yeah, I stopped. I was becoming offended in what they were doing to
with Jason.
Yeah, like come on.
And their cool. Yeah, it was crazy. In your personal opinion, when do you think Jason ended for you?
Like after the second or third one, I can't remember what they were titled.
I think mine is actually when he fought Freddy Krueger and he won.
Oh yeah. That was a good one actually.
I think that's
That
where
was
it's
right.
for me. That's where his story ended for me.
Yeah, but and that was right at the height of Nightmare on Elm Street and all that stuff was
Yeah.
going on. Do you ever watch movies like this? Happens to me. Like I've watched movies that
Uh-huh.
I watched that scared the bejesus out of me
You get scared?
when I was young, and now I watch and I go, "Why did that scare me? That's stupid."
Oh,
Like,
especially when like in the 50s, those 50 horror movies where it was basically like that has to be humiliating now if you get scared by that. If your people's well, oh god, that sounded oh god. Oh okay, never okay. If your guy if your guys's just saw like our I think you guys would die if you guys saw our horror movies because we go extreme, bro. We go down.
well, but but what's interesting is those movies that once scare me. Now, when I look at them now, and
I
I look at
laugh.
how bad right, they're comedies now. They're like it's like they've been repurposed.
Exactly. When you're older and you watch like these younger movies, I remember like I think one time that was on the phone, somebody recorded the actual like what is it called again? It's that very famous zombie movie. Remember where it says they're coming to get you, Barbara?
Zombie movie. Well, there's been so many
Night of
zombie.
the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah. That's a great one. I haven't seen that one in a long time. And I have this problem too. So I've seen a lot of like, the great pop culture movies, but if you were to quote me a line, unless it's maybe Goodfellas, because I've seen that movie 100,000 times, but I am terrible with lines in movies that were popular. I've heard them, but I can't place where they. I don't know if it's just a hang up that I have, but all of my friends, oftentimes quote lines from movies and I'm lost. Like, what are you guys talking about?
Just don't know what you're talking about there.
Yeah, or the names of actors.
Well, what is your favorite memory from playing a show?
I think, well, there's two actually. Well, it was kind of the same one. The biggest show that we played was in Atlanta, Georgia, and and it still goes on actually. It's called the Midtown Music Festival. And I think I have a picture somewhere on I don't know if it's on the Earshot social media pages. It might just be on my own personal one, but there were 64,000 people in front of me, and a friend of mine that was out taking pictures of us took a picture, and I literally looked like this small crowd, and that was a very memorable one. And then I think after that, we did a 2-month long tour with Kid Rock. It was just us and Kid Rock, and that was one of the best times that I had. Great band, great guy, great
Two
show.
months. 2 months.
2 months long.
I did. I actually never knew tours could be that long. I thought it was like a maybe like a month. I didn't know.
Usually they are, but this was just happened to go on for a little longer than
Wow.
usual.
62 days on the road, eh?
Yeah, it was great. Tons of fun, as you can imagine, with Kid Rock.
Is he cool? I know he's like a massive Trump fan.
Super cool. Well, there was no Trump back then,
Okay.
but he was cool, super down to earth, very humble, would give you the shirt off his back, and he had a lot of fun. He had dirt bikes and stuff, and he'd set up these makeshift ramps, and he'd jump off them, like he was Evil Knievel or something. Or he had a like a little. Sometimes he would get out a little basketball court. He had a portable basketball net. And he'd get out. We'd shoot basketball. A lot of fun.
um, if you can, what is your worst? Do you have a worst memory?
No, I don't really have a worst memory, actually. There have been some interesting moments, and there have been some not so fun moments, but in the end, they all turned out really good, actually.
Hey, that's amazing. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
What has been the best band you ever toured with? Well, not famous, but a good time on tour.
Well, good time would have to go to Kid
Kid
Rock.
Rock. Yeah, Kid Rock. I was gonna probably.
But we I mean the only band that I'm a huge fan of
Ozzy.
that we didn't get to play was what?
I was just saying the name.
Oh,
Ozzy.
Metallica.
Uh,
I'm a huge Metallica fan. Huge Metallica fan.
Metallica.
I mean, that's how I learned how to play guitar was because of Metallica.
Well, wow. Metallica has a little idol on you. Ooh, celebrity crush? Question mark.
Yeah,
Ooh.
look out. Hold me back. Hold me back.
What?
Come at me. Come at me. Who are we right now? What are we doing? It's supposed to be like a serious interview, I thought. I know I thought
Okay,
wrong.
I'm actually offended. I'm offended by that. Wait,
um
you know what? Fine, I'll do a serious. Fine, you want serious?
yeah, no.
Serious. Let's
I,
no.
I like it. I love you just the way you are. Do you know that song? See, that's a problem when you're a lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, without even realizing it, you start talking to people in the song, if that makes any sense.
I can
Yeah.
get you. I can get you on that. I understand. Dude.
Like when people say it's been a while, I think of Stains. You know,
I get you.
goes on and on. But see, I just did another one with "I Love You Just the Way You Are," Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you're a big Billy Joel fan. I could tell. Not, you're not.
Beetle man.
He's a little different than what we are interested in, but
Hmm.
I still appreciate what he does anyways.
Now here's a fun question: if you were on death row, what is your last meal and why?
Phew. Well, I think my favorite food, I'm half Mexican.
Oh.
So we'll start there. So, and I love because I was raised by my great grandmother who was full Mexican from
You
Mexico.
know Mexican words?
Oh yeah, I speak very fluent Spanish. I had to. My great grandmother she knew no English at all. So I had to
So
learn.
who taught you English?
Oh, it's going to school,
Going to school?
friends, and my mom, my dad. But I spent much of my formative years with my great grandmother who knew no English. So when you're hungry or you're not feeling good or whatever, you kind of got to know how to communicate all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
So my last meal would be,
A burrito.
probably a buffet of things: burritos, tostadas, chile con carne, maybe some
Tacos.
enchiladas.
Chimichangas.
No, we were never. She never really made chimichangas. That's more of a Western thing, or Northern, I should say, because we're north of Mexico.
Yeah. I don't speak that much Spanish, but I wish I could know it because I might be going to Mexico for Christmas.
Well, the good news is there are many ways to learn Spanish,
Okay.
and
It's easy. Is it easy?
what's that?
Is it easy?
Well, depends how smart you are. I think you'd pick it up pretty quick. By the way, as you know, the music industry, we've all been hit pretty hard, with not being able to tour and stuff. So I'm for hire if you want to learn Spanish, we'll work for,
Good.
food or anything else.
Good. Yeah, I want some Spanish.
How cool would that be, honestly?
Yeah, how cool would that be?
Will Martin is teaching you Spanish.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Yes. And yes. Man, I had a fun conversation with you, man. I enjoyed this.
Me too. You're a bright young man.
Thank you so much. You're bright.
And I think it's great. I think it's great that you already have found a passion that you like to do, and you're good at it, and you're only going to get better.
Thank you. Well, you are a very nice middle. Sorry, I just saw something fall. You were a very nice middle-aged fan.
Oh, wow. Zing. All right, now the knives are coming out.
Okay. Okay.
I'll take it though.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just look. I'm just having
Thank
fun.
God. Thank God people still like me. I guess there's that.
Yeah. Okay. I am so
No, you're not. Stop lying. You're not so sorry.
sorry. I'm just having fun, man.
I
Um,
know. It's all good. Not offended.
what's next for you?
What's next? Well, I'm going to put my little ego back together after that last comment and maybe go pour a stiff drink on the rocks and forget that comment even ever happened. No, I'm kidding. What's next for us musically? We got more stuff. We got more songs in the pipeline that we'll be putting out. We had a band meeting a few weeks back and we've decided we're going to put new music out 1 to 2 months tops. So from here on out, you can look for new music from us every 1 or 2 months.
What do you do in your fun time? Downtime. In your downtime.
Watch
TV.
a lot of junk TV on Netflix. I have PlayStation and Xbox, so sometimes I'll waste some time on that. And then of course, write, record. I'm also getting into mixing and producing, so I've been getting into that. And I like happy hour. Happy hour is one of my favorite times of the day and the week. Going to happy hour. Yeah.
Happy hour.
I'm sure your dad knows what I'm talking about. He feels me. Happy hour. It's all about happy hour.
All about that happy hour, bro. What games do you have?
I have Hitman 1, 2, and 3, which is my favorite go-to.
Oh, really? You like Hitman? Okay.
Love Hitman.
Red Dead?
I haven't played it yet.
You have Red Dead?
I don't have it. I don't have any of the Red Dead Red, whatever it's called. I get confused.
We're Dead Red.
What's that?
Fortnite?
Nope, not a Fortnite guy. I like Call of Duty's okay. I get a little motion sickness with that though. I like more
third person.
Yeah, like Division. The Division, I love that game too. Okay. I played the crap out of Division. What else do I like? I like Madden, the Madden series, of course, and not just because we had a song on it, but I've always loved the Madden series, so I like playing football. And the show, MLB The Show, because I'm a big baseball fan, so I like playing that. Okay. And what else do I do for fun? Not a whole lot. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
I got
you play the show too, or is that somebody else's?
Oh no, it's mine. No, I don't steal things.
Oh, so wow, I wasn't accused. Surely you wouldn't.
Okay, man, that's just a fact. You call me a petty thief? Huh?
Cancel me. Send them after me.
Yeah, FBI, SWAT team. I'm trying to think of military.
SWAT team. Careful with that. That's going a little, maybe it's a little aggressive.
Yeah, well, that was a little aggressive calling me a thief.
No, but are you good? Are you good at the show? Are you good at it?
Not really.
Oh, I was going to invite you to play a game because I play people online all the time.
I'm more of a shooter kind of person, or like hand-to-hand combat kind of game.
Gotcha. So you like Mortal Kombat, probably.
Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Sifu. You should kind of try to get that game. It's not a multiplayer, but do you like hand-to-hand combat?
Like I used to like boxing.
It's a karate game.
Okay.
If you like boxing, you should try to get UFC. It's not really a boxing game, but it's like kind of cool.
I've tried UFC. You know what the problem is?
What?
Because the guys do so many different moves.
Did you play
so
online?
There's so many different button combinations. I just want to like move and hit a button or two at a time. And
that's all you got to do. Just play on AI and you can just knock out people for all that time. Or you can. I want to do career mode. It's hard. Career mode's hard. But yeah.
Yeah. Good advice.
Yeah.
Very sound advice.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I know. How do my followers follow you?
So all of our handles on social media are the same. Our website is earshotband.com. Our Facebook is facebook.com/earshotband. Instagram.com/earshotband. Twitter, YouTube /earshotband. We made it easy.
And they can get all your stuff there. They can all get your stuff there.
Yep. They sure can.
I really like that heart skull logo you made.
Oh yeah, you like that, do you?
Yeah.
I think it came out pretty cool too.
I'm a size large in the shirt and hoodie. Just throwing that out there, no pressure.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, you send me your address.
Yes.
And I'll send you one.
Yes. All right, man. Well, thank you for being on the show. I hope the next time we talk's at the backstage on one of your shows, dude.
My man.
Peace. Adios.
Yes, adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos. Yes. I enjoyed talking to you, then. Adios.
Likewise.
Adios.
We'll do it again soon.
Hopefully, maybe live too. Maybe live person.
Yeah, we don't have to keep track. We'll just keep going until we get sick of each other.
That sounds good, man. I really appreciate it. I'll see you, man.
All right, brother. Have
See
fun.
ya.
Bye-bye.